Something very odd is going on in the gold futures market. Bear with me for a few minutes and you'll see what I mean. What you see here is a plot of the closing COMEX futures prices on March the 27th for various expiration dates. The cash price, or spot, is shown at the left and is about $1,620 per ounce. As we move to further out dates, the price rises, indicating the market is in contango, which is the normal condition for a commodity requiring storage. You'll recall from prior videos of mine that contango is a reflection of the cost of storage plus insurance for a warehoused commodity. I've also listed for each contract the open interests in number of 100-ounce contracts. By far, the contract with the highest open interest is the June 2020 contract, which has a 3-month duration from now. Its price is $1,654 per ounce. You'll notice that the price rise of the futures curve is fairly steep out to June, and then it levels off. But given the relatively low amounts of open interest beyond June, I think the emphasis should be placed on the June contract. Now, I mentioned that something is very odd. Let's discuss why. It has to do with the profit potential of the carry trade. Let's assume, for the sake of conducting a mental exercise, that a person owns his or her own vault, can transport a bar fairly easily, and has the means by which to buy a 100-ounce COMEX gold bar. What can this person do to generate an income? Here's an illustration of a simple carry trade. The person simultaneously buys a 100-ounce bar for $162,100 and sells a June 2020 futures contract for $165,400. He or she pockets the $3,300 difference. This is the profit available and reflects the premium the buyer of the futures contract is willing to pay for storage and future delivery. All our vault owner needs to do is warehouse the bar. Chances are the bar won't even need to be delivered because most buyers of futures contracts simply roll over their contract upon expiry. Oh, and by the way, this is why commodity ETFs are generally a losing proposition. They continuously bear the cost of storage and management, and if they don't pass these costs directly along to you in the form of fees, then it's a danger sign that something just isn't right. But back to this example. The vault owner simply stores a bar of gold and in 3 months' time is able to enjoy the fruits of having a $3,300 profit on a $162,000 investment. On an annualized basis, this is an 8.6% rate of return in a world of zero interest rates. And this operation is 100% safe. There's no counterparty risk because the operator of this trade is the one who has the bar. The operator of this trade gets his or her cash up front, and the operator of this trade, all that person needs to do is deliver the bar in 3 months if called upon to do so, which rarely even happens. Let's take a look at the profit available for carries of various maturities. Here I show a curve indicating the rate of return of various maturities. The peak rate of return is the 3-month duration operation. This is the one that matters the most because it's the one that has the highest open interest. We can see that there are several other durations with rates of return much greater than 3% annualized. Now, the big question is, why is there an 8.6% rate of return available for a risk-free operation? Nowhere else in the world can an 8.6% rate of return be guaranteed. Not in the stock market, and certainly not in the fixed income world of treasuries and corporate bonds. If more people took advantage of this deal, then it would tend to flatten the curve. Sorry for the pun. In other words, more and more people taking advantage of this deal would tend to reduce the profit potential. And believe me, if I can see this deal, there are many others who can see this deal as well. And a $162,000 investment is a pittance to the big players, so availability of money is not the issue. The only logical explanation is that one of the premises that I used here in this mental exercise is false. Remember that I said that we are assuming free vault storage? Well, not everyone has a secure vault with armed guards. The owners of the vault space must be reacting to market forces and charging a high rate for storage. There must be some very wealthy interests who are valuing this vault storage space very highly. I believe what we are seeing is that the very wealthy are bidding a high price for storage for their gold. If they are trying to accumulate physical gold in size, then they will definitely need someplace to store it. This is just my interpretation, but I think it makes sense. Another once said, "When 1,000 hungry lions fight over one scrap of food, small dogs should hide with what's in their belly." Maybe this curve is indicative of what the lions are doing. We'll have to wait and see. Something very odd is going on.